Hey, Charlene, are you there? All right, you can. What's that? I could hear you just fine. I could hear you fine last time too. Oh, okay. No, I can hear you just fine. All right, sounds like we're in good shape. I'll go on about maybe a little less than half an hour. I got a little bit to talk about pregame, so probably about 6:52 ish. So all right, but yeah, thanks, appreciate it. I'm gonna go off just to conserve the battery. Uh, I'll get back with you about the time I need to go on. So, all right, thanks, Charlie. Bye. Hey, Charlene, are you there? All right. So, let's go ahead and get on as soon as we can. I think I'm ready. I guess we'll see. All right. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Topper Football. The Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers starting the District 2 5A season tonight. They will be taking on the Manzano Monarchs here at beautiful Sullivan Field. And the big deal for tonight is a brand new scoreboard, including, well, I wanted to call it a jumbotron. It's not quite that big. Then I wanted to call it a Megatron, but I imagine that is copyrighted by the Hasbro company. In any event, a big scoreboard with a big screen. And that is the new feature here at Sullivan Field. And it is a beautiful, beautiful night for football. A little wind, not too bad. Great temperature for this time in October. So we are all very, very excited. We are about to have the national anthem here, but we're going to come back and we're going to give you plenty of information at the district opener for the Hilltoppers as they take on the Manzano Monarchs for a District 2 5A. So we will be back in approximately 1 minute. And good evening. Welcome back. We just had the national anthem here at Sullivan Field. Beautiful, beautiful night for high school football. It is October the 13th, the Friday the 13th here. Well, but the Toppers are hoping they have some good luck here in their district opener. And they are well positioned to start their district off on the right foot. The Toppers currently are 6-1 on the season, and they are coming off of a open week last week. The week before, they took a nice victory over the Bernalillo Spartans. So the Toppers bouncing back from their one and only loss this season on September 22nd. That was a home game that, in fact, was homecoming, and the Toppers lost that one to Albuquerque Academy 14-6. The following week, though, they were able to bounce back and knock off a very, very good Bernalillo team. Final on September the 29th, it was 26-19. So the Toppers nip the Spartans. That, by the way, was the Spartans' first loss of the season. The Spartans are currently 6-1, but good victory for Los Alamos. A bit of a rivalry game too there in that one. I don't know if we have to go back and talk about what sparked that rivalry, but in any event, the Toppers win that rivalry game 26-19 over the Spartans. Coming into tonight, the Manzano Monarchs. Manzano, of course, is located in Albuquerque. That is actually right by the foothills in Albuquerque. And if you have any idea where Wilson Stadium is, that is I believe that is on the Manzano campus, if I'm not mistaken, but they are way over there in East Albuquerque. The Monarchs have been struggling this year. They are 1-6 overall, have won just one game, and as you may be able to hear, the Toppers are now heading on the field, and they are looking sharp and all green tonight. The Topper flag bearer tonight is Akeem Leha, the cornerback, and he is also a special teams, I would say, specialist. He's also a receiver, but he has he is the standard bearer tonight for the Toppers. Meanwhile, for the Manzano Monarchs, as I said, they're 1-6. Actually, opened their district season last week, taking on the Valley Vikings. An interesting finish to that one. The Vikings won that one, but wild game, 62-42. And why was that a wild game? Well, that 42 points scored by Manzano, that was about a third of their total season output on offense. So 42 points scored by Manzano, but their defense obviously was struggling, could not keep Valley off the scoreboard, and Valley puts up 60 plus on them. The Vikings, by the way, are 4-3. They are currently atop the District 2 5A standings. They are 1-0. Manzano 0-1. Del Norte and Los Alamos have not yet played district. Del Norte is 1-6 as well as Manzano, and Del Norte will be playing Valley tonight. And Los Alamos, as I said, this is their opener. So we are, in theory, only about a minute away from kickoff. The two teams are lining up, and they at midfield, and they are going to have the coin toss for this evening. And for Los Alamos out there in the circle, that is Kyler Young, Elijah Alvarez, Jahoran Quintana, and I believe the fourth gentleman is Hayden Jorgensen. So those are the captains for this evening for Los Alamos. Los Alamos this season has scored 203 points and has given up 67 points. So Los Alamos won the toss. They will receive, and they will be heading toward the west goal. The Monarchs wearing whites with purple pants. They will be defending the west goal. They'll be heading east. That is from where I'm sitting. The Toppers will be moving from left to right in this first quarter. The Monarchs will be moving from right to left, and we are just about ready to go. Like I said, a little bit of wind tonight, not too bad, but we'll see if that plays a factor this evening, as the two teams look like they are about set. Kicking things off for the Monarchs. Looks like he's still trying to figure out who is exactly kicking. There we go. So kicking off for the Monarchs will be Tony Paulson. He is usually a linebacker. He is a senior. And back deep for Los Alamos is Malachi Gutierrez, and I believe Akeem Leha as well. Yes, that is correct. They are standing about the 15-yard line, and we are just about ready to go here. And yeah, if you have not swung around here to Sullivan Field to check out this new scoreboard, you need to do that. It is pretty cool. And here is the kick, and it is a short kick, going to be fielded by Leha around the 18-yard line. He's coming back. He's going to cut all the way back from the left side to the right side. He's got a lane, and a guy finally gets taken down near the 40-yard line. Nice open field tackle there for the Monarchs. That was Xavier Talley. And if Talley doesn't make that, I think Leha goes – he gets easily into Monarch territory. He might have even gone further. So the Toppers are on offense to start things off. And three gentlemen in the backfield. In the shotgun is Kyle Evanhus, and handoff. That's going to go off the left side. Good pickup on first down. That is Nico Garcia. Garcia gets out to the 45-yard line. Ball was spotted at the 39, so he's going to pick up 6. Second down and 4 coming up. The Toppers generally play in a no-huddle offense. And quick throw out from Evanhus back to Garcia. That actually, I think, went behind Evanhus, so a long lateral there, but a good pickup by Garcia on the right side. He's going to get into Monarch territory, and he's going to get bumped out of bounds at the Monarch 46-yard line. Good pickup, first down for Los Alamos. Just underway here in the first quarter. Toppers not wasting any time. And there's a snap, and the option on the left side, and Evanhus has some running room. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to get himself a first down. Runs out of bounds inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. So 4 plays, 2 first downs for Los Alamos. And they are on the march already at the 35-yard line. Just underway here. No score yet. The Toppers with the ball handoff, and that's going to go, I think, to Garcia, and good penetration there by the Monarchs. And they're going to catch him in the backfield. I think that was Garcia with the handoff, and making the stop there was Tony Paulson, a linebacker. Second down and 12 for Los Alamos coming up, 10:50 remaining in this first quarter. And it looks like Evanhus is changing the play here. High snap. He's going to throw it quickly to Leha, and Leha got leveled right near the line of scrimmage. It was just a quick hitter to Leha, but right there was Reggie Clark. He snuffed it out. Actually, he's going to lose a couple on the play, and Leha's a little dinged up. He's going to come out of the game. He got whacked there by Reggie Clark. Clark read that perfectly, and Leha's going to go to the bench. So 3rd and long coming up for Los Alamos, and Evanhus on the keeper. He's going to keep it, going to go off the left side. Good pickup. He's going to get close to the 30-yard line. Pickup of about close to 10 yards. It's going to be 4th and 6 coming up for Los Alamos. Offense still on the field. Evanhus is still out there. 2 receivers to the right. They're on the far hash, and that's going to make things easier as one of the Monarchs just jumped into the neutral zone. I believe that was Caden Vigil, a defensive lineman. That's going to shorten it to 4th and just a long yard here for Los Alamos. Handoff to Garcia on the right side. Garcia gives a stiff arm to somebody, breaks a tackle, and he's going to pick up about 3. That's good enough for a first down. And he's going to be brought down inside the 25, about the 23-yard line. First down for Los Alamos. 9:15 remaining here in this first quarter. First drive of the game. Evanhus quick throw out and to, I think that was Jorgensen, but he is tackled immediately, and he's going to get hit in the backfield as well. So the quick hitters by Los Alamos are going the wrong way right now here to start this game. So second and about 15 coming up at the 28-yard line. Hand off to Garcia. Garcia going to go around right end, and he's going to pick up he'll pick up about 3. It's going to be third and long at the 25-yard line. We'll call it third and about 12 here, 8:20 remaining. So the Monarchs are doing well on the edges. Actually, they were able to outflank Los Alamos on that last play to get to Garcia. So third down, snap to Evan Huss. He drops back. Immediate pressure coming up front. He's going to heave it into the end zone, and that is caught in the end zone. Good coverage there, but pulling that down for Los Alamos is Hayden Jorgensen. And Jorgensen with a great catch in traffic, about 4 yards deep in the end zone. And he is in for the score, 7:56. So the pass from Evan Huss to Jorgensen. And out comes Seth Cowan, the left-footed kicker, to attempt the extra point. That is up, and that is good. So Toppers take a quick 7-0 lead, 7:56 left in this first quarter. And that was a 25-yard pass from Kyle Evanhus to Hayden Jorgensen. And by the way, if you're watching that, if you'd happen to see that at home, if you're a young quarterback, do not attempt that kind of pass. That was in traffic. I'm not 100% sure Evan Huss even had a great view of him. The coverage in the end zone was actually pretty good, but Jorgensen goes up the ladder to make the catch. So he gets the touchdown, 7-0 in favor of Los Alamos. Topper's going to kick it away. Cowan will kick off from the Topper 40-yard line. Several Monarchs back deep to get this, and short kick, and that is going to sail out of bounds. And I don't know if Cowan must have mishit it. That really never. It was a short kick, and it sailed straight out of bounds. It crossed out of bounds around the 25-yard line. So the Monarchs have several options here. Almost everybody will take the kick at the 35-yard line, and that's what the Monarchs will do. They are on the far hash. And so the Monarchs coming out with twins to the left, and a quick handoff up the middle. Nice stop there for a minimal gain. And then I believe was Kyler Young with the hit. Excuse me, no, that was Elijah Alvarez making the stop. So they'll give him back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. And I did not see who the ball carrier was on that last play. 2nd and 10 for the Monarchs. And a quick snap, and the Monarch quarterback, Sam Davis, trying to go to the left side, but he is tackled. They're going to give him a yard pickup. I don't know. It sort of looked like an option, but there really wasn't anybody to opt to on the left side for the Monarchs. And so dropping down, and there's a nice screen pass, and that is dropped in. A good catch and run there by the running back, Elijah Barber. And the Toppers thought they had a jailbreak going up against James Vautier, but nice screen pass and big yardage. But I think we have a flag here, actually. So we're going to have an unsportsmanlike conduct call on both teams after the play. So those penalties will offset. That was after the play. So nice catch and run there again by Barber. I'm not sure there was some extracurriculars. The flags ended up on the far side of the field, but we have offsetting penalties. 6:40 remaining. Topper's up 7-0, but the Monarchs trying to get something going here. They are in Topper territory. Hand off to Barber. Barber with some room on the right side. Makes a cut back to the left. Still on his feet inside the 35. And he is dropped at the 34-yard line. But big hole on the right side. Finally getting to him for Los Alamos after the cutback was Jesus Diaz to make the stop, but they're going to mark him at the 33, first down for the Manzano Monarchs in Topper territory, 33-yard line. Nice run there by Barber, who had the screen pass and catch and run one play earlier. Deep toss back and another decent pickup there off the right side. That is a senior for the Monarchs. He's going to pick up about, well, I thought he got a little more than that. They're going to give him about 3 yards on the toss. That was a deep toss, and that was almost looked like a jet sweep, but that was on the right side. And so 3-yard pickup there for Watson. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Monarchs. Quick throw out, and that's a live ball. A throw out to that was actually a long lateral trying to get the ball to Xavier McGee. McGee dropped it. One of the Toppers right there, but I think he thought that was an incomplete pass. That was not. That was a lateral. And McGee able to jump on it, but a big, well, not a big loss for the. I think you're going to call that an incomplete pass. That was definitely a backward pass, but 3rd and 7 for the Monarchs. And, a throw from James Vautier. Had a man wide open, hit him in the worst possible place, right in the hands. He could not hang on. 4:39 remaining, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 7. Great pass there by Vautier. Hit the receiver right in stride, right chest level, right in the hands, and he could not bring it in. Monarchs are going to go for it. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. So Vautier in the shotgun. Looks like he's trying to change the play up. There's a lot. There's a lot of confusion out there. Oh, we've got a wildcat. And that is Barber running up the middle. The Toppers are going to stop him. A little trickery there. Barber came in. Vautier, that was all an act, I think. Vautier was pretending like he was confused. Barber came in and he actually got the snap, went up the middle, but was about 3 yards short of the line to gain. Turnover on downs to Los Alamos, 4:32 remaining. Toppers already, handoff to Garcia. Garcia up the middle, and he is going to pick up about close to 8 yards. He's right at the 35-yard line. Toppers still going. Like I said, the Toppers like the no huddle this year. Evan Huss with the snap on the option. He's going to pitch it deep back to Garcia. Garcia is he is bumped out of bounds near about the 41-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. So 6-yard pickup for Nico Garcia on the option to the right side. First down for Los Alamos. Evan Huss high snap, throws it quickly over to Malachi Gutierrez. Throw a little bit low, and Gutierrez cannot hang on. So that is incomplete pass. Second and 10 coming up for Los Alamos. 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. We are just flying by here in this first quarter. Another option, and oh boy, Garcia is buried deep in the backfield on the option. The Monarchs getting good penetration here early. And I think that was Josh Baca, the defensive back coming up. And he makes a great tackle on Garcia. Third and about 17 for Los Alamos after that failed option. And immediate pressure again up the middle, and down goes Evan Huss after a quick drop. And wow, the Monarchs are really getting all kinds of pressure, and the sack coming from the Monarchs, that was by Xavier Talley. He just came right between center and guard, and nobody picked him up, and Evan Huss had no chance, so he is dropped for a giant loss. It is 4th and forever. The Toppers will punt it away. Seth Cowan to punt, and a wobbly punt, and that's going to go out of bounds short of the 50-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. And, well, we don't have a mark yet, but we have a flag on the play. That is near midfield. So, well, they're going to say there was no foul on the play. So, oh my goodness, they are going to say this ball went out of bounds at the Topper 36-yard line. Unbelievable. So about an 8-yard kick there for Seth Cowan, and Monarchs with the trying to go up the middle and swallowed up immediately by Los Alamos. Several Toppers there. Kyler Young's the one that brings him down, and that's going to be about a 2-yard loss. But Young there immediately. That was Young got there actually. I don't even think he was blocked. 3:04 remaining here in this first quarter. 2nd and 12, and so Vautier going to his coach to get the play. It looked like a little miscommunication still. There's a lot of movement pre-snap here. Pro set off the shotgun. Vautier going to keep it around the left side. He's got a block on the edge, and he's going to nice pickup by Vautier. And he's going to get all the way down inside the 30, actually inside the 25, down to the 24. 14-yard pickup for Vautier on the quarterback keeper on the left side. Got a great block on the edge by his receiver. And I believe that was for the Monarchs. Great block to spring him by Josh Nieto on that side, the receiver. And Vautier handoff to Barber. Barber going off the right side, veer right. He's going to pick up a couple. So actually, they're only going to give him about a yard pickup. 2nd and 9 coming up. 1:35 remaining here in this first quarter. Toppers up 7-0. And 2nd and 9 coming up for the Monarchs, who are having put together a pretty nice drive on a short field here. Vautier, backward pass to one of his running backs. He's going to spring up. He's going to break a tackle near the line of scrimmage, and he's going to go down the right side. He's going to get inside the 10-yard line. I think that was Watson with the catch. That was actually, again, a lateral. Watson over there caught it about the 26-yard line, broke a tackle right near the line of scrimmage, and had room down the right side. 105 remaining inside, first and goal for the Monarchs. Vautier looking, shooting for Nieto. Oh, great defense there inside the end zone. And that was Malachi Gutierrez, just stuck his right hand up and knocked it away. Nieto, a pretty tall receiver, but Gutierrez right there step for step with him, and when it's able to deflect that pass. Second and goal coming up, under a minute left here in the first quarter. Two receivers to the left for Vautier. He's going to hand off to Barber. He's going to go straight up the right side. Excuse me, I think that was Watson. And he's going to pick up maybe, they're going to give him about 2-yard pickup down to the, we'll call it the 6.5. So third and goal coming up with just 30 seconds remaining. The Monarchs will have to get one more playoff before the first quarter expires. And low snap and a throw over that's picked off in the end zone. And that's Gutierrez. And Gutierrez got one man to beat down the right side. He is going to go all the way. All the way untouched. Malachi Gutierrez, 105-yard interception, return to the house. 8 seconds remaining. Gutierrez locked up with Nieto on the right side of the end zone. The throw a little bit short, hit Gutierrez right in the breadbasket, and he was off to the races. Just had one man to beat around the 30-yard line. He scoots by him, and he goes to the house. 105-yard return. So the Toppers with a huge turn of events. Cowan with the extra point. That is good. 8 seconds remaining. And with 8 seconds left, Malachi Gutierrez, 105-yard return. And that makes the score 14-0. What a return by Malachi Gutierrez. Quite possibly the fastest man in, well, he's definitely the fastest man on the team, could be the fastest man in northern New Mexico, and that was a fantastic return. Nobody near him. Had only one guy even had a shot at him, and Gutierrez completely outran him down the right sideline, 105 yards. So the Toppers, with 8 seconds left in this first quarter, take a 14-0 lead. And what a turn of events, because Manzano was knocking on the door at the 6-yard line, third and goal from the 6, after he put together a couple of really, really nice plays. So kickoff coming up, but Gutierrez, boy, I hope they're giving him a breather. I know he plays special teams, but yes, he is on the bench. He is getting a little bit of a rest now, and well-deserved rest. Cowan with the kickoff, and that is much better than his last one that drops about 3 yards into the end zone for a touchback. 8 seconds left in this first quarter. Toppers up 14-0 after the electrifying 105-yard return by Malachi Gutierrez, picking it off in the end zone and taking it to the house. So fantastic play. And the Toppers, just a couple of plays earlier, Gutierrez had a nice play defensively, knocking a potential touchdown pass away from Josh Nieto. Vautier for the Monarchs, going to hand the ball up the middle. And not a whole lot there. And that was Barber on the carry. They're going to give him absolutely nothing. So nice stop by Los Alamos. Los Alamos not huge up front. They do have a couple of big bodies on the defensive line. One of those being Diego Garcia, but not giant up front. The Monarchs on the offensive line look like they have a little bit of beef, but Los Alamos is really not giving them a whole lot. They did get a couple of holes on the edge in that first quarter, actually both on the left and the right side. But up the middle, Los Alamos has definitely won the battle so far. As we go into the second quarter, teams are going to change ends. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Monarchs. And the Monarchs now will be heading toward the west goal. They'll be heading left to right from where I'm sitting. The Topper offense, when they get the ball back, will be going from right to left. And you, of course, are listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel and our coverage of Hilltopper football. And we are delighted to bring you this contest. And Vautier with a handoff and going down the edge and getting a hole on the edge for the Monarchs. Big gain toward the left side. And that was Aiden Erickson. He is no less than the 4th Monarch to rush the ball this evening. And he's going to get all the way out to the 37-yard line, 17-yard pickup. So the Monarchs have had success on the edge against Los Alamos. And so they've been able to move the ball. Like I said, the Toppers getting pretty good movement up the middle, but the edges have been open. There have been some holes, and a quick slant and a nice catch there by Nieto near the midfield stripe. He's actually going to get into Topper territory at the 49-yard line. Just underway here in the second quarter. Topper's up 14-0. The Monarchs have twice now have threatened, but have come up empty, and that includes the big turn a little while ago. Quick out to by the Monarchs. It's going to go to Robert Lucero on the right side, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards. 45-yard line of Los Alamos, 2nd and 6 coming up for the Manzano Monarchs. This, of course, is a district contest, the opener for the Toppers. The Monarchs are 0-1 in district after a loss to Valley. Vautier with another screen pass, and that one actually read pretty well by Los Alamos, and that the catch is made, but Los Alamos able to make the stop without any further damage. That was Elijah Alvarez getting a hold of, I believe that was Josh Franzen. So it is pretty well set up on the screen. They're going to lose about a yard on the screen, however. 3rd and 8 coming up for the Monarchs. And Vautier is back, and he's going to air it out for Nieto. And Nieto, well, he almost pulled that one down, but they're going to get Malachi for grabbing his shirt. So that is going to be defensive pass interference coming up. The Topper coaches next to me obviously do not agree with the call, but it'll be a 15-yard penalty on Malachi on that side for a grab downfield. So in high school football, that is a 15-yard penalty. If you watch the National Football League, that is a spot foul. So wherever the foul occurs is where the ball is marked. That is not the case at this level. 1st and 10, however, as handoff goes to Erickson. He's going to test the left side. And he's going to pick up. Well, they're only going to give him about a yard pickup. I thought he did a little bit better than that. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Monarchs. Erickson on the left side. Stop made over there for Los Alamos by Hayden Watkins. And now on the right side, that's Barber. And Barber going to run into Kyler Young and Jackson Blair on that side. So he goes off to the right. He's going to pick up about 3. 3rd and 6 coming up for Manzano. 9:08 remaining in this first half. Toppers up 14-0. So 3rd and, we'll call it a long 6 here. 3 receivers to the left side for Vautier, and Vautier in trouble. He's going to have to get out. Ball on the ground, and that is fumbled forward. It looks like Manzano got it. So Vautier was in trouble. So that ball was fumbled forward and picked up by the Monarchs at the 19-yard line. I don't believe that's correct. I think, well, no, they're going to keep it there. I thought the ball went back to the area where it was fumbled, but in any event, inside the 20. So Monarchs again, 3rd time in the red zone here for them. 1st down, and quick throw out from Vautier to Nieto. Nieto going to be pulled down after a pickup of about 2. Down to the 17-yard line. 8:07 remaining. And 2nd down coming up. And the Monarchs now taking their time. They've been both teams playing pace in this ball game, but the Monarchs trying to regroup. They've done this a couple of times, and there's always been, looks like, some communication issue. 2 receivers on each side. One goes in motion for the Monarchs, and then a throw open looking for Nieto. That's going to be incomplete over his head in the end zone. Gutierrez on the coverage. That pass pretty well over Nieto's head. Nieto was a pretty tall receiver, but just had no shot at that one. Vautier got a little too much air underneath it. 7:36 remaining. And the Monarchs are going to take a timeout here on 3rd and a long 6. That is their first of the half. And they'll talk things over. The Toppers have all 3 timeouts so far. So for Los Alamos, they are up 14-0 at the 7:56 mark. A pass from Kyle Evanhus to Hayden Jorgensen from 25 yards. And that was a little bit of an up for grabs. If you ever a kid and played the game 500 on the playground, that's sort of what it looked like. And that's not generally a great thing you want to do, but it did work. Jorgensen brought it down for a 25-yard score. And then with 8 seconds left in the first quarter, 105-yard interception return for a touchdown. Malachi Gutierrez, untouched, by the way. And the Monarchs are ready. 2 receivers to the left, and they're going to throw out into the end zone, going for the corner, but that throw is off the mark from Vautier. And I think, I'm not quite, I can't see who was on the coverage there for Los Alamos. That might have been Jorgensen. So 4th down. So the Monarchs bringing out the field goal unit here. And so they're going to attempt what looks to be a 33-yard field goal. So 7:31 remaining, and here is the field goal attempt, and that is up, and that is good from 33 yards. So the field goal good. So that'll get the Monarchs on the board. 33-yard field goal. That'll make it 14-3 with 7:27 remaining in this first half. So actually pretty nice kick there. That had plenty of length. So 33-yarder, and that in high school football, that's nothing to sneeze at. So not a shabby kick at all. And the Monarchs are on the board. You are listening to Hilltopper Football here on the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us. Beautiful, beautiful night here at Sullivan Field for this District 2 5A opener for Los Alamos against the Monarchs, who have had a rough go of it so far in 2023, but they are on the board. And so kickoff, and short kick, and that's going to be fielded at the 15-yard line by Leja. He's going to bring it back up the right hash, and he's going to get inside, or he's going to get past the 35-yard line to about the 36. So that is where the Toppers will begin this drive at the 30. Well, they keep moving the ball around. Let's see. So, we'll call it the 37-yard line. First and 10 for Los Alamos. 7:21 remaining in this second quarter. Evan Huss with the handoff to Garcia. Garcia goes up the middle, cuts back to his right. He's going to pick up about 4, but a late flag comes in right at the line of scrimmage. And that was thrown right in the area of a possible hold. Let's see what they want to call here. Toppers are marching backwards, and yes, that'll be a hold. And that looked like some funny business over there in the hole where Garcia got through. So the Toppers going to move back 10 yards. So 1st and 20 coming up for the Toppers after that holding penalty. And that's the first accepted penalty against Los Alamos so far in this ballgame. Been fairly hanky-free so far. There was a dual unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on both teams that offset in the first quarter. Evan Huss is back, and he's under pressure. He's going to have to throw that one wide, and that's going to go past. I think he was looking for Zach Stidham. Zach Stidham started as quarterback last year. He is now moved out to receiver, and he's been very effective at that spot. But Evan Huss is the quarterback. The backup is Stidham, and Evan Huss going to roll out to his right and then throw all the way back to his left to Garcia. Garcia is open. He's going down the left side. He's down to the 25. He's down to the 20. Finally knocked out of bounds by the safety. Wow, big play. Garcia on the left side. Evan Huss rolled way over to his right. Garcia was on the left, had some blocking in front of him. Good blocking downfield by Los Alamos, and he's going to get all the way down to the 15-yard line of the Monarchs. 6:36 remaining. Handoff to Jackson Blair. Blair straight up the middle, and a nice pickup for Blair. He's going to get inside the 10. They're going to mark him at the 9. So 7-yard pickup for Jackson Blair, his first carry of the night for Los Alamos. And timeout on the field. I think that was the Monarchs that took that timeout, so they are down to one left with 6:18 remaining. So down at the about the 9-yard line when we come back, but Los Alamos after another interesting play there. Again, Evan Hus rolling all the way out to his right, threw all the way back against the green to his left, and it was beautifully set up. Again, not necessarily a throw. If you're a young quarterback, you want to attempt. That's one of the first things they teach you: do not throw back across your body across the field like that. But Garcia was wide open. He went down the left side into the 15-yard line. And Evan Huss with the ball roll out, and he has a man wide open in the end zone. Nobody near him. And that was Koji Park. It's a name we don't call very often. He could not possibly have been more wide open than he was. And roll out by Evan Huss toward the left. All the other receivers for Los Alamos heading toward the right side. Park, the only one on the left, and he catches it for an easy touchdown, 9 yards. So the second touchdown pass of the evening for Kyle Evanhus. That comes at the 6:11 mark. The extra point is good, 21-3 in favor of Los Alamos, but incredibly well-designed play there. Park didn't have anybody within 15 yards of him. He was standing there. Evanhus just easy pitch and catch, 9 yards. And the Toppers, that is officially an 80-yard drive. That actually ended up being a 90-yard drive after the first down holding penalty. But the big play of that drive was the pass across the field to Garcia. Huge pickup to the 15-yard line. So Toppers will kick it off here. Seth Cowan. And Cowan, another nice kick. That's going to get, about 8 yards deep into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. The Monarchs will take it on their 20-yard line. 21-3 ball game here in this district opener. Should the Toppers win this, they will be in no worse than second place after this evening. The Valley Vikings, who knocked off Manzano in a wild game last week, 62-42. That was not an expected score by any means. They won their opener, and they are in first place right now. Topper is hoping to win their district opener. Handoff up the middle, and not much going on there for the Monarchs. Like I said, the Toppers have been very, very stout up the middle on defense. There has been a little bit of running room on the edges. We'll see what the Monarchs are planning to do here. Second down, quick throw out, and then good catch on a short hook. And that pass caught by Aiden Erickson from Vautier. So that'll make it third down and manageable, about 4, third and 4 coming up, 5:19 remaining. 21-3 advantage for Los Alamos here in the second quarter. Shotgun on third down, 2 receivers to the right and split backs behind him. And Vautier going to hand the ball off to Erickson. Erickson trying to get around the edge and just nothing doing. Wow, they are going to give him a very generous spot here, and they're going to give him the first down. Unbelievable. Erickson was knocked down around about the 33-yard line. They gave him the 34, which is good enough. The 33 was not. That is a very generous spot. First down for the Monarchs. Vautier pump faked. Well, I don't know if that was a fake. He pumped and keeps it, and it goes up the middle. He's going to pick up a short gain here, maybe. No, he's not going to get much of a gain at all. Maybe 6 inches. 2nd and 9 coming up, 4:19 remaining. So 3 receivers out to the left. Vautier looking left, and he's going to throw in the middle, and he's got a receiver in the middle. Nice catch. And that is Aiden Erickson, and he's going to catch it right around the 48-yard line. So that'll be good enough for another Monarch first down. And they are going to call a roughing the passer on the Toppers. So they did the Monarchs declined the penalty, but roughing the passer call on Los Alamos. But they will take the result of the play, which I actually don't think is better. But in any event, they're at the 49-yard line. Quick snap by the Monarchs in a handoff inside to Elijah Barber. Barber's going to pick up close to 4 yards into Topper territory at the 47-yard line. 3:45 remaining. The Monarchs on the move here. So a lot of communication from the sideline to Vautier. Considering they don't go into huddle, the Monarchs are not their pace has not been great tonight. Vautier try and set up the screen again. That is knocked down. And I think that was Kyler Young again. Yeah, that was Young knocking the pass down on an attempted middle screen. And Kyler Young is having a monster night on defense from the interior there. He's having a great night, the middle linebacker, Kyler Young. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 6 and a quick throw out. And that is caught and wrestling away from the initial tackle was Robert Lucero. And he's going to backpedal his way, and he's going to get a first down at the Topper 40-yard line. So Lucero caught it. He was hit immediately, but was able to just kind of wrestle his way out of the initial tackle attempt and backpedaled forward for an additional 3-4 yards. So at the Topper 40-yard line, 2:45 remaining. Vautier back to pass, getting some pressure now. He's going to pull it down and take off up the middle. So he's going to pick up a couple of yards on the keeper. And that'll bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it 8 here. So 2:19 remaining here, still long at the 38-yard line, but the Monarchs not moving particularly fast. Handoff on the right side. Initially, it looked like that was going to be a nice pickup. Good stop there on the right edge for Los Alamos by Jahoran Quintana. But that's going to net about 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd and, well, we'll call it 4 yards. We'll call it 3rd and about long 3 here. And I believe the Monarchs have taken their 3rd and final timeout of the quarter. No, I'm sorry. The Toppers took this timeout. possibly to give the defense just a little bit of a breather here. That is the first timeout of the half by Los Alamos. They got 2 left. The Monarchs with 1 timeout left, 2:05 remaining. Toppers up 21-3. Monarchs trying to get back in this ball game. They need a touchdown. If they get a touchdown, they can get back in this ball game. But after by the way, they had a 33-yard field goal at the beginning of this. Toward the beginning of the quarter, and Toppers answered with a touchdown. So shovel pass to Aiden Erickson, and that was a complete disaster from the start. Erickson starting on the right side of the formation. He went in motion to the left, and just a quick shovel pass, and just everything going wrong there on that one. Immediate penetration again by Los Alamos, and couple yard loss there on the play. That's going to bring up 4th down, and timeout called by the Toppers with 1:57 left. I think they're hoping to get this ball back and maybe do something before the end of the half. So both teams with 1 timeout remaining. But yeah, shovel pass from Vautier, and it's almost a chest pass if you watch basketball, and that one went to Erickson, but just absolutely nothing going right on that one. Immediate penetration in the middle, which completely blew up the play. Aiden Erickson goes down, and I think he actually went to the bench. He was hit very, very hard. So we got nobody over number 2 out there. Fake punt here, and a throw out to the sideline, but the pass is going to be out of bounds. Actually caught by Nieto, but could not keep his feet in bounds. That would have been short of the line to gain anyway. But turnover on downs, but fake punt there by the Monarchs. And that was Vautier on the fake punt. He threw it to Nieto, but it was right at the sideline. Would not have netted the first down, I don't think, had he been able to pull it down. So 1:51 remaining. The Toppers with 1 timeout, and 2 receivers to the left. Stidham goes in motion. High snap. Roll out to the right, and Jorgensen makes the catch in Monarch territory at the 48-yard line on a quick out route. There is a flag down, however, and the Toppers are heading back to the original line of scrimmage, and might have been a man downfield, an ineligible receiver downfield. And that's exactly what it was. So 1:45. That is not quite sure what happened there. So 1st and 15, 3 receivers to the right. Quick throw out to Jorgensen, and that throw behind him, and that is incomplete. 1:43, 2nd down and 15 for Los Alamos. Trying to do something here or right before halftime. Coming up at halftime, by the way, we'll do a quick recap of the scoring. I'll give you a little information on what's going on all around Los Alamos High School sports. And 2nd down, and a wide open in the middle, and hitting him in stride, Hayden Jorgensen. And that was Evan Huss on a crossing route, got him right in the middle of the field. Big pickup. He down to the 42-yard line, and Toppers on the move again, and A quick snap and a quick throw out to Jorgensen again. He's going to slip a tackle and go out of bounds at the 35. So 2 quick catches there by Hayden Jorgensen. One on a deep crosser and the other one just a quick out to Jorgensen. The Toppers in business here with 1:17 left. They still have 1 timeout. 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Toppers. They're going to send 3 receivers out to the right. Nico Garcia, the lone setback, and a screen, and that's going to go to Jorgensen again. No, that's Gutierrez. Gutierrez going to break a tackle. He's going to go down the right side, and he's going to go in for the score. So a setup on the screen on the right side, and Gutierrez caught it. He actually got a guy on him immediately, slips the tackle, cuts it out to the right sideline, and goes down the right sideline for a 28-yard touchdown. So that from Evan Huss for 28 yards with 1:04 remaining. And the kick from Seth Cowan is good. So that is going to make the score 28-3 in favor of Los Alamos. Screen pass on the right side. Gutierrez breaks the tackle. He's got his 2nd touchdown of the night. His first one at the end of the first quarter was a 105-yard interception return for a touchdown. So the Toppers up by 25 with 1:04 remaining in this first half. So the Toppers got the ball with about 1:45 remaining. Quickly down the field. Nice catch and run by Hayden Jorgensen on a deep crossing route. And then Malachi Gutierrez on the screen pass to the right side, down the right sideline for a 28-yard score. 28-3 in favor of Los Alamos. Cowan with the kickoff. That is going to go about 4 yards deep into the end zone. Touchback. So the Monarchs will get the ball back right before halftime. So the Monarchs have been able to move the ball a little bit in this contest, but don't have a whole lot of points to show for it. We'll see how adventurous they want to get with 1:04 remaining. Well, when you're 1-6 and you've been on the wrong end of some blowouts, what do you got to lose? 2 receivers to the right for Vautier in the shotgun. Now he's looking left, and he's going to throw it just over the outstretched arms of Aiden Erickson. Erickson actually had to leave the game in the last series after just getting leveled on a botched shovel pass, but good to see him back in the game. 1 minute remaining, 2nd down coming up for the Monarchs. The Monarchs do not look like they are content to sit on this for now. Twins on both sides of the ball. And Vautier, attempting a screen again, and that was nearly picked off by Jackson Blair. He read that immediately, went up in the air, knocked the pass down, couldn't quite haul it in, but if he did, the Toppers would have had the ball inside the Monarch 15. Third down and 10, 56 seconds remaining. And so a lot of pre-snap movement there, nothing called. And handoff on the testing the left side, and about a 4-yard pickup. Toppers have a timeout with 45 seconds remaining, and they are not using it. A little surprised here. 4th down coming up. So the Monarchs will punt. My guess would be the Toppers would bring the house on this, but it doesn't look like they're doing. No, almost no pressure whatsoever. Short punt. and that is caught by Park, or excuse me, that's Cowan. And Cowan with catches it about the 42. He's going to return it to the 36, 6-yard return. 12 seconds remaining. The Toppers could have saved 30 seconds calling the timeout there. Maybe would have had a chance to do something. Cowan's got a little bit of a leg. If the Toppers want to attempt some sort of quick out or something, and then maybe set up for a field goal. Actually, they do have a timeout. They can use the entire field. The Monarchs, meanwhile, are going to call it their third and final timeout with 12 seconds remaining. It'll be interesting to see what the Toppers want to do. They can do whatever they want here. They do have that timeout, so they can do something quick. Maybe pick up an additional 5-6 yards, call a timeout, and try to get a field goal out of this. Sitting at the 34-yard line. I think I said the 36 earlier. They're at the 34. 28-3, 12 seconds remaining in the half. See what the Toppers want to do here. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Evan Huss is flushed out of the pocket. He nearly escapes an attempted sack, and he's going to throw it away with 3 seconds remaining. One of the Monarchs was all over Evan Huss, had him by the waist and tried to spin him down. Evan Huss able to keep to his feet, get out of the pocket, and throw it away. So 2 seconds left. So we'll see what the Toppers want to do here. They could, in theory, this would be a very, very long field. They're not going to attempt the field goal. They're going to send trips out to the right. I imagine they're going to try to throw something into the end zone. Evan Huss, he pumps. He moves to his right, then a short pass, and kind of a nothing pass there, and it drops to the ground harmlessly, and that will do it for this first half. But the big half for the Toppers. They head to the field house up 28-3 in this District 2 5A opener against the Manzano Monarchs. So a wonderful first half for the Toppers. Toppers would love to get their district season off on the right foot, and they are certainly doing that here in this first half. So we got a 15-minute halftime coming up according to the clock. And Jim Sterrett's on the clock, of course, long-time scorekeeper, timekeeper here for Los Alamos High School. And he's going to go get himself a snack or something, I imagine. But Jim Sterrett's long-time clock operator, scorekeeper, and all that stuff. When you see if you had any basketball games, you'll no doubt see him keeping the book, and that's what he's been doing for a long time now. A great guy as well. So Jim going to get himself a little snack at halftime. So the Toppers up 28-3 at the break. The Toppers with a couple of touchdowns in the first quarter and a couple more in the second quarter, too late in the second quarter, or too late touchdowns in each quarter, one with 8 seconds left and one with 1:04 in the second quarter, and both of those by Malachi Gutierrez. So we will be back in we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel, bringing you Hilltopper football. Toppers up big, and we will be back in about 10 minutes. And welcome back to Sullivan Field. We are at halftime here of the District 2 5A football opener between the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers and the Manzano Monarchs. Manzano, of course, in Albuquerque. And if you are familiar with Albuquerque, Manzano is right on the foothills of Albuquerque, way on the east side. And if you happen to know where Wilson Stadium is, that is on the Manzano campus. So that very storied field over there at Wilson, and nice venue too. By the way, the venues in Albuquerque for football are fantastic. Milne Stadium, of course, is the one everybody knows about. That is right off of I-25. And then Wilson Stadium over there on the east side. And then they have the community field, and that is way over on the west side. And that looks like a nice little small college type field. It's a beautiful place. Only been there once, has Los Alamos, and that was to play St. Pius. And that was a beautiful facility. The game, not so much, but that is another story. In any event, we're about 2 minutes away from the official end of halftime. There's also a mandatory 3-minute warm-up period for both teams, who should be heading out of the Sullivan Field Fieldhouse momentarily. And we're just listening to the Topper Band, and they're showing off their competition. It was not nautical inspired, and a lot of drawings of ships out there, and a lot of pirate costumes and things like that. Jolly Roger, no cannons. I think that's a missed opportunity. But hey, that's just my opinion. 28-3 ball game as we are getting ready to start the second half. Toppers scored twice in the first quarter and twice again in the second quarter. In that first quarter, Toppers got on the board at the 7:56 mark. 25-yard touchdown pass from Kyle Evanhus to Hayden Jorgensen. That was kind of a jump ball type situation, but Jorgensen showing some ups there. He pulls it down for the 25-yard score. and a kick by Seth Cowan made it 7-0. Then the Monarchs driving late in that first quarter got into the red zone for and they were knocking on the door looking to score. Pass into the end zone picked off by Malachi Gutierrez. Then he turned on the Jets, went down the right side, 105 yards to the house for the interception return. That made it 14-0 just before the start of the second quarter. In the second quarter, the Monarchs finally get on the board at the 7:27 mark. 33-yard field goal is good, and that made it 14-3. So the Monarchs still in the game at that point, about midway through the second quarter. But with the 6:11 mark, a 9-yard touchdown pass from Kyle Evanhuss to seldom used Koji Park, and Park with the touchdown. And he was wide open all by his lonesome in the end zone on the left side of the end zone. Nobody even near him for a 9-yard score that made it 21-3. And then with 1:04 remaining in the second quarter, a 28-yard touchdown pass to Malachi Gutierrez from Kyle Evanhuss. That was on a screen down the right side, and Gutierrez broke a tackle and went down the right sideline to the house for his second touchdown. 3 touchdown passes in that first half for Kyle Evanhuss of the Toppers. 28-3 is where we stand right now. So we're going to look real quick at some other sports around Los Alamos High School. Right now, the boys soccer team, midway through the October month, is 8-5-2. They are 2-0 in District 2 4A. The Toppers recently, this past week, knocked off the Moriarty Pintos. That was in a district contest. Final score there, 7-0. And then 2 days later, picked up a big win over the Taos Tigers. The Tigers, pretty solid team, but Los Alamos able to pick up a 3-1 victory. Lorenzo Delzano of Los Alamos had a hat trick in that 3-1 victory over the Taos Tigers. So coming up for the boys soccer team, they're on the road twice. They will be at Pewaukee on October the 17th. And then on October the 19th, they will go back and face the Moriarty Pintos once again. In girls soccer, the girls soccer team with a record of 4 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties. They're 2-0 in 2 4A. The girls picked up a couple of nice victories recently. On the 10th, it knocked off Moriarty at Moriarty 4-0. And then on the 12th, picked up a nice 1-0 victory in double overtime against the Taos Tigers. Taryn Sutherland had the game-winning goal, the sudden death goal. Everybody calls it the golden goal. I will not call it that. It is in sudden death. So the Toppers had 15 shots on goal to 4 for Taos in that contest. Coming up for Los Alamos, they have a non-district contest tomorrow at Aztec. Aztec is no slouch. They are 8-3-3 on the season. And then on the 17th, we'll take on Pewaukee Valley down in Hakona. As for Topper Volleyball, they are 8-5 on the season. They won their district opener over Espanola Valley, 25-16, 25-15, 25-17 to take a 3-0 victory. Hannah Bergerman had 14 spike kills, and Danielle Trellew had 8 spike kills in that contest. Toppers are in second place behind Pewaukee Valley in the 2 4A standings. And we are just about ready to go here for half number 2. The Toppers will kick off. They received the first half kickoff, and Manzano will get the ball first, trying to get back in this ball game, but the Toppers with a solid 28-3 lead. Seth Cowan has the ball teed up, and we are ready to go here for this second half at Sullivan Field. And a long kickoff that's going to go deep in the end zone, about 4 yards. And that'll be a touchback for the Manzano Monarchs. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. And thank you for joining us. This is Mike Mays. And we have a lot of great folks listening out there. Gary Hofek, super fan for the Toppers. He tunes in every week. And thanks, Gary. We always appreciate it, and just love hearing you out here. And if Gary's in the house, you know it. He's a little on the loud side. Monarchs testing the middle on their first play, and that handoff going to Reggie Clark, and there's the Monarchs are not afraid to spread the ball around to their skill players. Clark is no less than the 5th Monarch who has had a rushing attempt in this ball game. So the Monarchs have been in the shotgun the entire time. Handoff to Erickson, this time going on the left side, and nice play. Great form tackle on the left side. That is Kyler Young. Young had a monster first half on defense and coming up from the middle linebacker spot, and he fills in the gap on the left edge, and just a textbook form tackle. And that is going to be maybe a short loss here. So 3rd and 10 coming up for the Monarchs. Just underway in this third quarter. The Monarchs changing the play again at the line of scrimmage. And Vautier back to pass, and he's flushed out of the pocket, moves to the right side. He's got a man, had a man momentarily open. That was Erickson, but Malachi Gutierrez there, and as was Seth Cowan. So they were able to kind of sandwich Erickson in, and that pass falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and 10. The Monarchs will punt it away. Josh Baca going back to punt. Tried a fake punt a little while ago. That was unsuccessful. Not probably the spot where they want a fake punt. High snap, and Jackson Blair coming in on a full rush. Nearly got a piece of that. Instead, it does get away. Short kick that only gets out to the Monarch 40-yard line. 10:18 to play in this third quarter, and the Toppers with outstanding field position to start their first possession of this second half. Toppers up 28-3 over the Monarchs. Toppers looking for their first district victory and their first district outing. And quick throw out to Zach Stidham. Stidham on the left side, breaks a tackle, and a nice run down the sideline. Going to be brought down inside the 30. That tackle made by Justin Dudan of Manzano, but not after Stidham able to net the first down. Just inside the 30-yard line. Evan Huss rolling to his right. Now he's going to keep it. He's going to cut all the way back to the left. He's got a hole on the left side. He breaks a tackle at the 10-yard line, and he is in for the score. So designed roll out there to the right side. Evan Huss had a huge running lane in front of him, cut it back to the left, and nobody was in front of him. Had one man to beat about the 10-yard line, beats him with no problem. 9:47 remaining. So Evan Huss with a 25-yard scamper for the touchdown. The kick by Cowan is good. So the Toppers now up 35-3. So we are now in the territory of a potential mercy rule. There are two phases of the mercy rule. The first phase kicks in when one team goes up by 35 points. The Toppers are up by 32 now, with 9:47 left in the third quarter. Excuse me. So, should the Toppers score again, they will be in that first phase. If one team goes up by 50 points at any point in the second half, the ball game is over. So Cowan to kick it off, 9:47 left. Several Monarchs back deep. And this is a line drive, and it's going to go through and just get inside the end zone for a touchback. The Monarchs will take over at the 20-yard line. Monarchs went 3 and out on their first possession. Short punt, and the Toppers took full advantage. 25-yard run by Kyle Evanhuss for the score to make it 35-3. You're listening to Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel, and want to thank our sponsors for this season, Los Alamos Police Department and the Fire Department. Thank you to our first responders for keeping us safe. UNM Los Alamos, as Vautier going to keep it and going to pick up about 5 yards on first down. Also want to thank the Los Alamos Schools Credit Union. So our awesome sponsors here on the Daily Post YouTube channel, bringing you Hilltopper football. They're going to give them about 6 yards. So 6-yard pickup for Vautier. 2nd and 4 coming up, 9:15 remaining. Toppers up by 32 points here early in the third quarter. Vautier with a handoff. That's going to go to Ben. No, he's going to keep it. Nice fake. And Vautier going to keep it. He's going to pick up the first down. He's going to get past the 35-yard line out to about the 37. Good pickup. Nice fake. I thought he'd given it to Baker on the inside, but kept it. And a nice run on the right side to net the first down. Good run there by Vautier. And he is back to pass. Quick throw to the outside. And that is going to be over his intended receiver's head. That was Robert Lucero. Lucero running an out route on the far side. The Monarchs going from left to right to start this third quarter. Toppers defending the west goal, and they are moving from right to left. Toppers in all green this evening. The Monarchs in white with purple pants. White and purple is are the school colors at Manzano. Jackson Blair now flushing Vautier out of the pocket. Vautier has to pull it and run. He's got a lane. He's going down the right hash, and a big pickup on a busted play by Vautier. He's going to get near the Topper 35-yard line. Blair with immediate pressure. All of that is a great run by Vautier, but that is all going to be negated by a holding call. And I believe that was the right call because Blair, after Vautier slipped his pressure, Blair went down a little awkwardly, and that's generally due to a hold, and that's exactly what happened. So big play by Vautier down the right hash. That is all for naught. And a holding call against the Monarchs. This has been a fairly penalty-free game up to this point, but second and long for the Monarchs. Swing pass out to Baker, and Baker minimal gain out to about the 25-yard line, picked up maybe 2. So 3rd and a mile coming up for the Monarchs. 8 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Toppers up 35-3. And getting a lot of instruction once again from the sideline is Vautier. And he's got 3 receivers to the right, looking to his right. Nobody open. Well, now Erickson made a great move on a post route. Nice throw by Vautier. Erickson could not come down with it. Seth Cowan on the coverage. But that was a very slow developing play, but a deep post route by Erickson, and Vautier threw him a nice ball, maybe a little bit toward his back shoulder, but very, very catchable, and Erickson could not come down with it. That would have been a first down easily. Instead, the Monarchs will have to punt. High snap, and Jackson Blair coming hard again, and that is picked up right in midfield by Cowan. Cowan's catches it on the run, and he's going to return it about 7 yards into Manzano territory. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it right around the 43-yard line. 7:24 remaining. Should the Toppers come away with points on this possession, that will kick in the first phase of the mercy rule. And we'll go into a running clock. And that running clock means it stops for no man. Except, that's not 100% true. It stops for timeouts and things like that. But other than that, jet sweep to Malachi Gutierrez around the left side from the 42-yard line. Gutierrez down the left sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. Wow. Gutierrez started on... He was a split end on the right, came across the formation, jet sweep to Gutierrez, went straight down the left sideline, and it was a foot race, and frankly, it wasn't much of a foot race. 7:14, and that is the 3rd touchdown of the ball game for Malachi Gutierrez. Wow. Amazing jet sweep. Gutierrez, like I said, he is probably the fastest man in definitely in northern New Mexico, and he turned on the jets there once he hit the left sideline, just went straight down. Nobody really bothered him, and he goes in 38 yards for the score on the jet sweep. So Malachi Gutierrez with the hat trick tonight. And that makes the score 41-3. We're having a little delay here on the point after attempt. Which I think the Monarchs called a timeout. There was a penalty on Manzano prior to the attempted kick. Los Alamos there's really no benefit to going for 2 here, but they're sure lined up like they may go for 2. Yep, the Topper offense is heading back out on the field. So Los Alamos up by 38 right now, and that will kick in the mercy rule as soon as this untimed down is over. Toppers are going to go for 2 from about the 1-yard line after the Manzano penalty. They were in the neutral zone, and handoff to Nico Garcia, and I don't think he got in. And he got close to the goal line, but he was spun around by a would-be tackler, and no, he does not break the goal line, so the 2-point attempt is no good. Probably pretty academic, I think, but Toppers are up by 38, 41-3, 7:14 remaining. And Los Alamos will now benefit from the first phase of the mercy rule. That means we're going to have a running clock as long as they are up by 35 points or more. So, assuming we don't have any unnatural stoppages, and I'm talking timeouts or injuries or anything like that, this next 7:14 will take approximately 7 minutes and 14 seconds. So here we go. Seth Cowan tees the ball up, and he gets a signal, and there is the kick, and that is going to go once again into the end zone. So once the ball is snapped, we will be in the running clock phase, 41-3 in favor of Los Alamos after a 38-yard jet sweep by Malachi Gutierrez. This is his third touchdown of the evening. So the Toppers in excellent shape to go up one, or to go 1-0 in District 2 5A play. This could be a two-team district between Los Alamos and Valley. The Valley Vikings got off to a bit of a slow start, but have kind of turned things around the last few weeks. So it's going to be interesting to watch. Los Alamos will take on Valley next week. That'll be on the 19th. So in 6 days, as a matter of fact, that'll be a Thursday game at Valley. And that is, according to my schedule, it's going to be at Valley High School, which I wasn't even aware had a football field. I'm going to check on that. Meanwhile, we've got an injury on the field. One of the Toppers, oh boy, that looks a lot like a dislocated shoulder. And so that was Sawyer. And second down and long. Vautier keeping with a keeper, and a nice gain down, going down the left hash, and he's going to get out near the 50-yard line. So big pickup, 27-yard pickup there by Vautier, and that has been the best play for the Monarchs this season, is letting Vautier go off on the edges. And they are attending to tally over here on the Topper sideline. That had all the earmarks of a dislocated shoulder. Vautier now back to pass and a throw, and then on the out route that is going to get caught for the Monarchs. That is hauled in by Lucero for a 6-yard pickup. 5:25 remaining as the clock runs here. Toppers up big in this third quarter. So the Monarchs, no particular hurry here. And option to Erickson on the left side. He's going to get shoved out of bounds after not much of a gain. Actually, that might have been a slight loss. So it'll be third down, and they're going to give them about a yard. So 3rd and 5 coming up for the Monarchs. 4:40 remaining. And Toppers would just love to run out the clock and put this one in the W column. 3 receivers to the right for Vautier. Man goes in motion and looking, and he's going to toss one up in, right down the middle of the field. Kind of a sort of a wonky go route that intended for Erickson. That's going to fall about 5 yards short as the clock continues to tick with 4 minutes remaining. and Toppers up big. So the Toppers, like I said, just would love to just have this one roll out. So they will play on Thursday at Valley, and that very well could decide this district season. Los Alamos does have one more game following that. That's against Del Norte. That'll close out the regular season on the 27th. Del Norte is really, really struggling this year. And Vautier gonna pull it down and run again. And he breaks a tackle, and he's going to get all the way out to the 30-yard line. A late flag comes in from the referee. Was about 20 yards behind the play. That maybe go against Manzano. And I think that could be a shove in the back. We'll see what. So after the play, they're going to call a personal foul. That's going to be unnecessary roughness on the Monarchs. So the first down, I believe, will stand. But that was after the play. So they will mark it off from where Vautier went down. Vautier is actually doing a pretty good job running, but that's going to move the line of scrimmage back 15 yards. So it'll be first down and 10 from let's see. Well, they're going to mark this at the top of 40. It's like the 44-yard line. So first and 10 for the Monarchs at the 44 of Los Alamos after the big run by Vautier. Handoff up the middle for a short pickup. And that is Kyler Young once again. Boy, he has had himself quite the football game today. Kyler Young, the topper middle linebacker, and he's been involved in almost every defensive play Los Alamos has had tonight, and he's made a couple of he had a big swat of an attempted screen pass in the first half, had 2 or 3 tackles for loss, and then Young coming in on the blitz on pressure against Vautier. Vautier had to scramble away. Vautier is going to dive ahead for maybe a yard. So let's see, third down and long coming up for the Monarchs. And Monarchs, no urgency. Jackson Blair, immediate pressure. That's going to pull Vautier out. He's going to have to run for his life to the left sideline. And there to finish him off was Matthew Brousseau right at the sideline. Huge loss on third down. Blair looked like he was shot out of a cannon to start that play. Nobody picked him up. Blair, an edge rusher, and nobody laid a finger on him. He put immediate pressure on Vautier, forced him all the way out to his left. And Brousseau was there to finish him off. But Blair applying insta pressure. The Monarchs will kick it away. Not much pressure being put on by Los Alamos. And the ball is going to bounce around the 20-yard line. That's picked up dangerously by Cowan. Cowan does get it back out to about the 30. And Toppers will start from there. And 50 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Not 100% sure the Toppers even need to run a play here at the end of the quarter. I guess we'll see. They have about 30 seconds-ish to get plays off. I think 35, I think, is the quote unquote play clock in high school football. Gene Mortensen, if you're listening, you can text me and correct me if that's not correct. And hand off up the middle for Los Alamos. And going to pick up about 5 yards. That was Nico Garcia, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Toppers up 41-3. 12 minutes left, and the Toppers, I think, we're in pretty good shape. I will quite possibly jinx them and say I like their chances to win this one, 41-3. So, and by the way, again, if you get a chance, come on down to Sullivan Field. Check out this new scoreboard. Big screen. I'm going to call it the Megatron. And what's the Hasbro company going to do? I know that's a transformer, but what are they going to do? So the Megatron is up and running, and it is pretty snazzy if you want to come check that out. Fourth quarter coming up. I want to give a couple other quick shout outs to some of our listeners. Amy listening in from Santa Fe. Thanks for listening in. We're really glad you could join us this evening. Amy from Santa Fe. And my understanding is she's got a birthday coming up. So that's pretty nifty. And here in Los Alamos says Evan Huss going to keep it on the right side. Big pickup there by Kyle Evenhuss. And he's going to get into Monarch territory. He's going to go all the way down the 44-yard line. Big pickup for Evenhuss. I got to wonder why he's still in the game. Topper's up with no problem whatsoever. I don't think I'd still have him in the game. Hand off to Garcia, who I wouldn't have in the game either, but he's going to go up the middle for it's going to pick up about 6 or 7. 11:20 remaining in this contest. That's going to be almost exactly 11 minutes and 20 seconds if you're keeping track. And I want to give a shout out to Aaron as well here in Los Alamos. Thanks for listening in. We appreciate you joining us for Topper Football this evening. And of course, we know Gene Mortensen. He is always listening in. And Gene, the great, the voice of the Hilltoppers, and he will be that for forever and ever as the Monarchs jump off sides. But Gene, thanks for joining us. Great mentor and friend to me, and I really appreciate everything you do. And like I said, if you happen to know exactly what the play clock, and I used air quotes, those don't come through very well in an all audio broadcast, but I am using air quotes right now, and I'm telling you about it. What the play clock is in high school football, and going for Gutierrez in the end zone. And oh my goodness, he pulls it down at the goal line. And Gutierrez has his 4th touchdown of the night. 10 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. 34-yard pass from Evenhuss. There is a penalty after the catch. I think that very well could be an unsportsmanlike conduct. And it's exactly what it's going to be. I didn't see any excessive celebration. I don't know about this call. I thought that was pretty good. I didn't see any problem with the celebration there. Gutierrez kind of flipped the ball in the air. Maybe that's what they didn't like, but I thought he was fine. Well, that makes it 47-3 either way. 34-yard touchdown at the 10-minute and 11-second mark for Los Alamos in the fourth quarter. So Tauber's up big, and they're going to sort out the penalty. That should come on the kickoff. I guess Manzano could technically elect to take it on the extra point. I don't see there doesn't seem to be much point to do that. Anyway, they're still sorting this out, but Tauber's up 47-3 with a extra point coming up, and Manzano has in fact elected to take it on the kickoff. Seth Cowan is lined up for the kick, and Tauber's having trouble getting their special teams folks on the field, but in any event, there is the kick, and that is good. 48-3 in favor of Los Alamos. So I don't know if you can hear the Topper booth next to me. The Topper coach is a little hot under the collar about something. They did not like the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and I thought that was a pretty weak penalty myself. So in any event, Los Alamos up 48-3. And we'll get the kickoff. The clock actually did stop after the scoring play. So still 10 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this one. So Manzano, coming into this game, had allowed nearly 300 points on the season. They're well above that mark now. Why don't we call it freaking holding? So that Seth Cowan's kick goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Monarchs will get the ball at the 20-yard line when we come back, and hopefully we'll get this one put away. And I was wondering about that. That ball was kicked off from the top or 40-yard line. They did not assess the penalty, so that should have been kicked off from the 25, and then they're actually going to go back and redo that whole thing. So that kickoff never happened. So the Toppers will now kick off from the 25-yard line. So we're going to get the kickoff again eventually. The pace is really slowed down here, but Los Alamos is ready, and they will have the kickoff. And short kickoff there by Cowan. That's going to get fielded at about the 33-yard line, and then handed off. They're doing one of those starburst things, and a handoff over to, I think that was Vautier over there, and he's going to run it all the way back to the 35-yard line of the Topper. It's going to mark him out of bounds at the 34. So Los Alamos is, or rather Manzano, kind of in business here. They're still got a long way to go. They're down by 45 points. So even a touchdown will not shake them of the mercy rule. So actually Los Alamos up 45. If they score another touchdown, this game will be over. And they have 9 minutes and 17 seconds to do that. So you're listening to Los Alamos Daily Post in a very slowed down contest here. But we got a couple of seconds. Thank our sponsors, the Los Alamos Police Department and Los Alamos Fire Department. First responders, we have some of the best first responders in the country here in Los Alamos. We are very blessed for that. And Los Alamos Schools Credit Unit. And thank you for your sponsorship, as well as the University of New Mexico at Los Alamos. And University of New Mexico, the second best university in the state after, of course, New Mexico State University. And I went there. That's weird. That's crazy that they're the best, and I just happened to go there. That's weird. So a long pass down the right sideline is incomplete for Manzano. That'll bring up second down. 8 minutes left in this contest, and that's going to be pretty much exactly 8 minutes. Possibly less if Los Alamos scores once again. Ball's on the ground. Botched exchange. Baker trying to get the handoff from Vautier. He did manage to fall on it, but he's going to lose about a yard. So 3rd and long coming up for the Monarchs. Monarchs actually looked like they could make this a pretty competitive game in that first half, but late in the first half and here into the second half, the wheels have just completely fallen off for the Monarchs. They're going to slip to 0-2, and that will put them out of any potential spot to win. A big sack, and Vautier was just buried, and I think the ball came out as well. And it did come out, and Los Alamos jumps on it. Vautier was crushed, and he was hit right in the chest. The ball came loose. The Toppers jump on it at the 41-yard line. Boy, and Vautier is going off slowly. He was just absolutely leveled. So, wow. And the Toppers with the turnover, 3rd turnover of the ball game for the Monarchs. And Evan Huss still out there. I don't understand this at all. Then as Garcia gets the ball on the option to the right side, he's going to pick up about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Actually, they're going to mark him back at the 44. I thought he got up to the 45, so it's going to be 2nd about 7 coming up. 6 minutes remaining. Toppers in absolutely no hurry now. I'm actually surprised they don't go into the huddle and just try to wind this down as much as possible. And one of the Monarchs got into the neutral zone ahead of the snap that wasn't called. Garcia up the middle. He's going to pick up about 3. 3rd and call it a short 4 coming up for Los Alamos. 5.5 minutes remaining. So, like I said, this district's race could very well come down to next Thursday night. Toppers will take on the Valley Vikings in Albuquerque. So this play going to be whistled dead. A lot of pre-snap movement. I think that's going to be on Los Alamos for a false start. That's exactly what it is. So 3rd down and long coming up for Los Alamos. But Valley, who beat Manzano in a wild contest last week, 62-42. I would love to explain that that score. I'm afraid I cannot. 62-42. That was definitely not expected in any way, shape, or form. But Valley wins that one. As we have another pre-snap penalty. This one going to be on Manzano. So Toppers and the Vikings will battle it out for first place next Thursday night at Valley. And jailbreak for the Manzano Monarchs. They put Evan Huss down near the 30-yard line. They're going to actually mark him up to the 34. I have no idea what happened there. But Evan Huss just buried 4:15 remaining, and we're just about we're just trying to run out the clock here. So fourth down, Los Alamos will. Well, they should kick it away. Let's see what they. Oh, this is not a punt formation. Oh, finally, now Cowan goes back. So Cowan with a punt. That was actually nearly blocked by one of the Monarchs. Then I think that was Aiden Erickson. Ball downed at the 37-yard line of the Monarchs. They'll take over with 3:30 remaining. So this very well could be the final possession of the contest. So well, let's hope it is. So, like I said, Valley playing Del Norte this evening, and the Vikings are the solid favorite to win that one. I'll check real quick if we have an update on that one. I don't know if we would. And then completed pass from Vautier on the far side. I think that was Nieto that caught that. So nice gain for the Monarchs with 2:45 left in this game. And the snap to Vautier is going to go to his right side. He's going to keep it, and he's going to pick up about 5-6 yards. And then we're going to get a horse collar tackle, I think, on Los Alamos. And that is the right call. Vautier went down very awkwardly. So that'll give the Monarchs a first down with under 2.5 minutes remaining. And I'm trying to look up, see if we can get a score from the Valley contest. And my phone is not cooperating. So pass on the left side. And that is incomplete. 2 minutes left exactly. And Topper's up big. And we're about to put this one away. So Toppers will go to 1-0 on the district season. The Monarchs will fall to 0-2. And we do have a score from Valley versus Del Norte. The score is Valley a lot, Del Norte not much. So the Vikings will very likely go to 2-0. And actually, the Monarchs are down. They're going to go all the way down to the 2-yard line on a sweep to the right side. And I think that was Baker. So the Monarchs could still push this one into the end zone. They are first and goal at the 2. Valley, by the way, up 47-0 over the Del Norte Knights. So they are very likely going to go to 2-0 on the season. And so the district crown could very well be decided next week. And hand off to Baker. No, fake handoff, and they're going to throw to Robert Lucero at the goal line. Lucero wide open. Great fake there by Vautier. And he finds Lucero at the goal line wide open. And Lucero waltzes in for the touchdown. So with 43 seconds remaining, the Monarchs do get into the end zone. A 2-yard pass. So the 2-point attempt here coming up by the Monarchs, and I think we're going to get defensive pass interference on the Toppers on the 2-point try. So that's going to cut it all the way down from the 2 to the 1. So this huge penalty. I'm kidding. 48-9 is the score. So no, it is not a huge penalty. With under a minute left, Varsity actually gonna they're gonna do a little tush push here, and Varsity did not get in. So the Monarchs taking a page out of the Philadelphia Eagles playbook, doing a little quarterback sneak tush push type thing, but that is going to be short of the goal line. 48-9, and barring some nuttiness, I think that's how we're going to end up. The Toppers should, if they get the ball back, just go into victory formation, but I thought that's what they should have done last time they had the ball, and they chose not to do that. But in any event, Toppers are going to go to 7-1 on the season. They are going to go to 1-0 in district, and with a key game next Thursday night at Valley. And boy, oh boy, that one's huge. Valley with wow, we're gonna get an onside kick here by the Monarchs, and that was touched by no less than 3 people, and it's going to roll out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So Toppers can take the ball there. With 25 seconds remaining, actually, they're just going to wind this clock. And that should do it for this contest. The Toppers win it by a final of 48-9 over the Manzano Monarchs. And they're going to make Los Alamos run a play. I think they are. Never mind. I don't know what they're doing. 3, 2, 1, and this ball game is over. So Toppers win at 48-9 over the Manzano Monarchs. They go to 7-1 on the season. The Manzano Monarchs fall to 1-7. So the Toppers pick up a victory in their first district outing. Their second district outing could be their season, to be honest with you. And they take on the Valley Vikings in Albuquerque. That'll be next Thursday night. So mark that one on your calendars. Los Alamos at Valley. Valley, last time we checked, up enormously over the Del Norte Knights. That they were up in 47-0. That game could have gone final already. So the Toppers win it 48-9. Quick recap of the scoring. The Toppers, Malachi Gutierrez, 4 touchdown evening. So he scored late in the first quarter on a 105-yard interception return all the way back to the house, going down the right side. And he also scored again late in the second quarter on a 28-yard touchdown pass. That was on a screen pass from Kyle Evanhus. In the third quarter, he scores from 38 yards out on a jet sweep down the left side. And then he scores again at the 10-11 mark of the fourth quarter on a 34-yard touchdown pass from Evanhus. Evanhus had himself quite the game. He had 4 touchdown passes tonight. Actually, I don't think that's right. I think he had 5. Yeah, no, he had 4 touchdown passes and a 25-yard touchdown run. Big night for Kyle Evanhus. And he also threw in the first quarter a 25-yard strike to Hayden Jorgensen on kind of a jump ball in the end zone. And he also found, let's see. Sorry, I lost my place here. Just one moment. kind of can't read my own writing here. So in the second quarter, a 9-yard pass from Evan Huss. That one goes to Koji Park. And that made the score 21-3 at the time. And then the screen pass to Gutierrez. And then he also threw another touchdown pass in the fourth quarter to Malachi Gutierrez, 48-9. The Monarchs able to get on the board in the second quarter, a 33-yard field goal. And then with 43 seconds remaining, 2-yard pass from Vatier to Robert Lucero at the goal line for the lone touchdown of the game for the Monarchs. So big win for Los Alamos, and their season very well could come down to next week against the Valley Vikings. By the way, and something I did not mention earlier, new 5A rankings, Los Alamos in the top 4 going into this week, behind Artesia, Roswell, and Roswell Goddard. Los Alamos in the 4th spot. Number 5, interestingly, Piedra Vista. They have a 2-5 record right now. Now, they have had a fantastically tough schedule, but 5 losses is not insignificant, especially to be in the top 5 at this point in the season. Anyway, Los Alamos ranked number 4 in Class 5A. Valley, the only other Class 5A team, or District 2 5A team, rather, in the top 10. They are ranked 9. That may go up after a big blowout victory tonight. They were up ginormously over the Del Norte Knights, and I have no doubt they were able to close that one out. So Topper is 7-1 on the season, 1-0 in district. Manzano falls to 1-7 and 0-2. So a big night for Los Alamos here at Sullivan Field. Only 2 games remaining for Los Alamos on the season. Next Thursday at Valley, and then they will close out at home on the 27th against those same Del Norte Knights. So that'll do it for us here at the Los Alamos Daily Post. Thanks for joining us on the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. We appreciate your company as always. This is Mike Mays. I want to give a big shout out to Charlene back at the studio. Thanks for keeping me on the air. That is not always an easy task. I want to thank, of course, crack photographer John McHale. He is back in action and down there, and we're glad to have him back. Had surgery over the summer, but he is making a comeback, and we appreciate it. I've worked with John forever and ever and ever. We're going on 25 years now. He was the star photographer, along with we actually had very good photographers at the Los Alamos Monitor. John McHale, of course, worked mostly sports with me, and just outstanding photographer. And I can give all the superlatives in the world, but he is a great photographer, and he's still doing it. And great to have you along for the ride, John. Been an excellent 25 years that we've been working together. And so John McHale, Nate Limback, of course, want to thank Carol Clark, the CEO, editor-in-chief, you name it, over there at the Los Alamos Daily Post. Thank you. And thanks to our listeners. Again, want to give a shout out to Gary Hofeck. Want to give a shout out to Gene Mortensen, our friend Amy in Santa Fe, and happy birthday coming up, Amy. And I want to thank Aaron here in Los Alamos. Thanks for tuning in. And Linda as well in Los Alamos. We want to thank her for tuning in. We appreciate everybody listening in. So from Sullivan Field, Toppers win it big over the Manzano Monarchs. This is Mike Mays for the Los Alamos Daily Post. Good evening.